Hello YouTubers! Welcome to Monday morning. So basically last night went over all my charts, kind of figured out what I wanted to do for the day. So one important thing that you need to realize is as a small time trader, and that's kind of anybody under $10 million, you don't make the markets. You're basically just a spectator in what's going on. So you might have an idea of where something's going to go, but as a day trader, the trend isn't always going to be true. You know, you're going to have days where even though, let's say, gold is going up as a trend, but you're going to have days where it shoots down a good 50 points or something like that, right? So you're not going to try to make the market, you're just watching the market. And even if you have an opinion that gold's going to, let's say, $2,000 an ounce, which is my opinion on gold, it might not go there today. You know, you might have a huge day where it draws down, $50, $70 an ounce, which, is huge. It's 5 to 7 grand per contract. So basically what you want to do is merely kind of set up what I kind of consider as like where the breakouts are. So kind of pick your resistance points. You can kind of see some of the lines here on the chart. This is a stop loss that's in, and this is a buy order. So I'm not going to go in on silver unless it breaks through that resistance. And when it does, then I'll be in it 2 contracts, which should be quite a bit. So you're kind of just waiting for the market to happen, opposed to trying to force the market to happen. And just keep that in mind that you're only basically a spectator. So now I'm in on gold because gold did break out already, so it forced me into the market because I had an automatic buy order in there at a certain price. So I'm in on that, and I set the stop loss down here just underneath the last support. So there's a few $100s at risk in that, and now we play the waiting game. You don't want to necessarily buy and sell every time you make $20 or something like that. You got to remember there's going to be a cost to it. So, it's about $25 um, to even trade it as a cost. So you're going to want to give it time. So I have my other computer right over here that you can't see, and just catching up on the news now. Nova Scotia had a horrible accident over the weekend with a crazy dentist who went ballistic and shot up. I think 17 people now are dead that they've found. So horrible, horrible circumstance here in Nova Scotia. So that's trading. I'll check back in with you in a few hours. This is kind of the boring time because everything's set up. So now it's just going to play out. And, I'll keep an eye on it. But like I said, this is the time where you got to be very patient and you got to let things mature to a price that it's gonna make your money. This getting in and getting back out in 5 minutes or something, it's not sustainable as a day trader. It's great if you see a very fast opportunity. I watch a lot of these Forex traders on YouTube, and I'm sure you do too, that say, hey, in 5 minutes make $500. Well, great, but let's see that consistently play out for years and years at a time, and I really don't think that it does. You know, this is more of a long-term game, and you got to let things go and put your stop losses in, and then relax and catch up on the news or whatever you're into. Watch other YouTube videos on trading, learn different techniques or read a book. Probably one of my good ones, this one here, especially if you want to trade gold and other things like that. It goes over specific contract details, which is good. So grab a book, read it, relax, and let it make some money for you. I'll check back in here maybe in a few hours when it's all over. So it's mid-morning on Monday. Been chasing gold all around the block all morning for the last few hours, and lost about $1,000 on gold. Made up for it on cocoa and silver, oddly enough, and just kind of waiting. So on cocoa, I'm going to show you here on its chart, bring it up, and on cocoa, kind of was getting in here and playing, thinking that this here would be the resistance on it, and it kind of was. Let me bring this over here, maybe you can see it better. So basically the thought was use this as kind of the support, and if it broke out kind of over this little narrow passage that it was creating here, then I would buy and then kind of buy some more as it was coming up. So I ended up with 5 contracts of that. And now, kind of when it hit this, I said, okay, you know what, I'm going to sell it. If it comes up into 56, 57, I'll dump them. That's about $1,000 profit. And then put in another order if it breaks this high over here. So I might even lower that to about here, 62 opposed to 71, and just buying it less contracts now because I've already made my money. So I'm up $260 so far for the day, which is a lot better than that $1,000 loss on gold. So thank God for that. And yeah, so I might just go down to maybe 1 or 2 contracts on that, just so I'm always taking the profit. So now that I've already made and secured kind of $260 of profit, I don't want to lose any more than $260. So I only want to risk about that much. So then I'll come down for the afternoon trading in contract sizes, just so I know I'm going to make at least $1 or 2. Right? Obviously the goal is to make $1,000 a day or more, but some days like this when you get beat up on gold, probably not going to be making, you know, $1,000 to $10,000 today at the rate the day's going. The 260 bucks honestly is probably pretty good at this point. But I'll fill you in and give me another hour or 2 and I'll be back.
So just wanted to document this historic day, and officially oil has gone below zero at negative $36, and of course crude at negative $6, which is almost an impossibility, but it happened, and it happened today. Unbelievable how many billions upon billions of dollars just got lost. And of course today is Monday.
Alright, so now it's 1 o'clock my time, so trading is completely done. So I've been trading now since about 9 o'clock this morning. So short work day for day traders. That's one of the benefits, I guess. Get to enjoy the afternoon for the rest of the day. So I think when I last left you guys, I was up 260 bucks since I missed out on gold and really, you know, screwed up there. Right now, up $410 for the day, so I'm just going to leave it there. Not super excited about that kind of gain. It's really not that much money for the size of account that I have and I'm trading on, but it's enough money to be happy about because it's not a loss, right? I mean, earlier today, I think around 10 or so, I was down about $1,100, so to make that up and get into the profits was pretty good for today. So I am happy about that. So my next step for the day, I'm going to take my notebook out. I'm going to write down all the trades that I did, so then I can check it in the morning against my statements on online. And I'm also going to write down kind of how the day went. You know, what went well, what went wrong with gold. You know, with gold today, the reason why I lost over $1,000 on it is because I had placed my stop loss right underneath the basically the support, and it didn't hold. It had just gone down slightly under it and then scooped back up, and it shot up almost like $10, and I would have, you know, made a few $1,000s on it if I had put that stop loss down lower. So it's one thing to really know your market, know where you got to put that stop loss. So when I make these notes, those are the things that I'm writing about. So I can look back when I kind of do a review every month on trading and kind of see and tell, like, hey, consistently gold is kind of just punching through that resistance. So I need to know that and kind of put my stop loss even further down than the resistance on each supporting level. So it is a good thing to know and just to take notes on it. And the other thing that you want to take notes on is the time of day that the market is actually moving. So if you're trading something like cocoa, you gotta know that the the hours that it really trades is around 11 o'clock my time, Atlantic time, till about 1 o'clock. That's where it makes its huge move. So typically it's right around noon here if you live in Atlantic Canada. So you need to know that, because then you'll know, hey, I got to hold out until then to see if I'm right and not get stomped out of the market too early, or not enter the market before that time, you know, because sometimes in the morning when it will open up, you know, it will go kind of the opposite way than you were thinking, and then either dip around or go down depending if you're long or short on it. So definitely mark down kind of the times that the market moved. And, you know, over the course of a few months, you'll start noticing a major pattern on all of the things that you're trading. So that's it for today. You know, like I said, $410 US isn't bad when you convert it to Canadian, thanks to our falling Canadian dollar, which I did trade as well and made a few $1,000 on, so I was happy with that trade. But I'd rather my Canadian dollar be a little bit higher, but it's good when you get paid in American dollars. So as you can see behind me, did a lot of trades today. So $410 minus it by commissions, you're probably looking at about $100 worth of commissions today in total. So you're probably looking around only $310. That's why I'm not all that excited. You know, the goal obviously is between 1,000 to 3,000, even 10 grand in a day is the goal. So didn't quite get it. Wish I kind of stayed in on silver, but that's fine. You don't want to overtrade your accounts either. So basically when you say you're done, just drop them. As you can see, one of my trading things here, I only got 2 up. You know, I was done trading on gold. I took that major loss, and you gotta walk away. You just cut the loss, you know, fight another day on these things. You gotta keep living. You can't risk your whole entire account. You know, I could have risked a heck of a lot more. Yeah, I would have been right in the end, but you know, I wouldn't want to dip down $10,000 just on a whim, you know? So plan for failure and that kind of thing, and just accept it when it comes. Every trade's not going to go well, you know? This morning didn't go well, and you know, yeah, one of those days, but thank God it came around. So that's it for today. Hit subscribe. Let me know how you did on Monday. Leave your comments below. Hit the like button, please. It would greatly help out the channel. And let me know what other videos you want to be seeing. Bye-bye.